In December 2012, we experienced a horrific incident in India where a young woman was gang raped on a bus in Delhi, and she was left to die on the streets. And that incident provoked a lot of discussion on the topic of sexual and gender-based violence. It triggered many emotional memories for me as well as friends of mine. What I realized is that pretty much all my friends had a story to share. And yet, none of us had made any official complaints or even spoke about it or, talked to each other about it. And that made me realize that there is a data gap that exists because the issue is so pervasive that we needed to do something. Our Safecity Platform, which is central to our work, is a crowd map. That's a crowdsourcing platform where we encourage people to anonymously share their personal stories of sexual and gender-based violence. And then these stories are documented and visualized on a map so that we can see location-based patterns and trends. And that data is available to anyone to use globally to make their communities safer. If you have a concentrated data set of 100 or 500 stories, you will start to see patterns and trends popping up. We've used it in many different ways. The first is to help people understand the scope of the problem, the various forms of sexual and gender-based violence that occur. The second is, you're not alone. We often think that we are alone in this issue and it's our fault. But when we can see that it's a recurring pattern and trend, then it helps to break the silence and seek that first instance of help. And then third, you can ask your community to help you. Now you have access to a data set which you can use to say there is a problem out here. It's happening on a regular basis. What is it that we as a community wish to do? I hear stories of survivors every day, and it breaks my heart that people have to go through these experiences. I imagine a world where one doesn't have to worry about walking down a street or going to a new city or place. The world is so beautiful. We want them to travel and to experience all the beauty around them. But a lot of people are afraid. And so when I hear how young people who've used our data, or women in communities have used our data to push for change, and then that makes them more confident to negotiate for greater freedoms, push the boundaries a little by little, a little by little. Change doesn't happen overnight, but when they feel like they can take up a job that they really want or study for a course that will give them a better job, that makes me feel really happy because I know then, they are on their path to success.